How's that? November 30th. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And hospital regulations. Hospital regulations require a wheelchair for patients being discharged. However, while working as a student nurse, I found an elderly gentleman already dressed and sitting at the edge of his bed with a suitcase at his feet, who insisted he didn't need help to leave the hospital. After a chat and some considerable convincing about the rules being rules, he reluctantly let me wheel him down to the elevator. On the way down, I asked him if his wife was meeting him. I don't know, he said. She's still upstairs in the bathroom changing out of her hospital gown.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
All right.
That's a good one.
That was good. We're the end of November, right? Last week, the tip of the day is about from last week. I always try to follow up from last week with a couple of tips. We talked about Safari last time, and there's a feature on Safari called Reader List or Reader. Okay. Now, by the way, I'm going to share my screen and show you something.
I take a nap while watching this.
Take a break. My screen is black.
It's black.
Yeah, I don't see you anymore.
Okay, hold on.
There.
Hopefully you're seeing a screen that looks something like the one. It says browse the web using Safari. Yes.
Yes, you got it.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Um,
I have to do a couple of other adjustments here. I'll send you this. It's an 8-page document about browsing the web using Safari. And there's a whole bunch of how-tos here. And I'll send it out with the video from today's class. And you can download it and look at it and do with it what you wish. If I go to Safari, okay, on my iPhone and my iPad, I'll do it on both. And I go to a particular website. I think I bookmarked a couple I wanted to go to. I went to a website called Trees, Maple Trees, and here it is, right? And there's this little box in the upper upper left hand corner. And this one happens to have a little plus sign on it and everything. If I tap that, the if I tap on that, it comes up and says show reader. And I'm going to click on that. And now I have a reader list. And not only do I get a reader list and all the garbage is removed, I also get the capability of a summary. In other words, we're using AI here where it collects, reads, and says, hey, here's the article, but here's a summary of it. And they also provide you with a table of contents on it. Okay. Now I want to check something. The advantage here is it gets saved on a reader list. And let me save it. Add to reader list. So you click the share box and I add it to the reader list. And it takes that article and downloads it basically to your device so that you don't have to be on the internet to read this document. And the way you get to it is you click on bookmarks down on the books down here, and up here at the top is reader list or the little eyeglasses. And there's the article. Okay. So the advantage of doing this is you can save it and read it while you're offline, and it gets rid of the sporadic pictures, advertisements, anything else that may be showing up on your from the website. So I'm going to go through that again. I'm going to go back to Safari. Let me go to Google. And I'm going to type in the Stug. Oops. Not getting any typing done there. And I'm not getting a keyboard to show up. Come on. I'm going to switch over to my iPad. And I'm going to type in the stug.org. And it takes me to the Sarasota Technology Users Group. Okay. And I'm going to go to publications. All right. And here's the publication, the Monitor. The little box in the upper right-hand corner there. Ooh, let me get the right. Right up here. Now this one's not going to give me a summary and all those nice things because it doesn't have the AI symbol, little star in the upper right-hand corner. But if I click it and then I say show reader, see how it changed the text? This is kind of a short page. And I should be, at this point, I believe I can go to, well, I want to share it, so I want to put it in the reader. So I click the share box. and it's add to reader list. So the process was I went to the website, I clicked the left-hand corner to show you what the reader list looks like, and then I want to save it. So I click the share box and click add to reader list. Then when I want to view it, right, we go to our bookmarks. Figure out, okay. I want to show the bookmarks. It's over here on the iPads. Now, if you don't have this side panel on the iPad, for example, you click the upper left-hand corner to get that side panel. And then we go to reader list, and there's the Sarasota Technology Users Group, and I click it, and I get the article. Okay? Any questions?
Yes, I have a question, Bill. It's Anne, and I can't understand why you can't get it on the phone. But ever since I put on 18, I can't get that kind of thing to happen.
You can't get to Safari, or you can't get this kind of thing to happen.
Over on the iPhone, I couldn't get the where you couldn't get it either. Okay, so keep on going and try and get it again. And
So I've got my keyboard to come up. So let's see, I open Safari. If you open Safari, what does it look like?
I get all Zoom crap.
Pardon me?
we're sorry, it didn't recognize my face. When I open Safari, I don't get that.
What do you get?
The last thing I was on when I was on Safari.
Okay. Remember we talked about the address search bar last time?
Uh-huh.
Tap it.
I don't have it.
You should have it at the top there or the bottom or near the bottom.
Yeah, okay, so I and then it says cancel. So I cancel what I have in there.
Sure.
Okay.
It didn't work. It doesn't want to go away. It stays there.
Let me see. Could you pick up your phone and show it to me?
Um,
Put it in front, pick up your phone and put it in front of the camera. Oh, too close. Pull it back. Oh, not quite getting it yet. Go to the left. The other left. Go to your right. There. Oh, there we go. You see the top bar there? It's in dark.
yes, I see the top bar.
Just tap it.
That's where I come up with the same thing that says cancel to the side. Can you see?
Okay, start typing. Does keyboard show up and you start typing? Type in thustug.org. Does it show up there on that line?
Yes, it does.
Okay, now press enter and it should take you to the website. No, yes, maybe.
Yes, finally it did.
All right.
Thank you.
And then in the upper right hand side, when you're there, you should get that little picture of a, well,
Right, I get that.
okay. And that will take you to reader list. If you tap it, May not.
Takes me to show reader. Is that what you
Yep,
mean?
show reader, yes.
Since
Okay.
everybody's having trouble with 18, I have not downloaded yet. Are you recommending not to do it or should you?
Well, you're going to get it from me is I recommend you always download it as soon as you get it. But there's a learning curve.
Okay,
I
thank you.
I call it the senior learning curve.
Oh,
Oh,
not
very
good
good.
for us old people. Thank you.
That's right. It's to help us keep our ability to learn new things.
Mm. Well, Bill, both of my devices, I can't get on that show reader. Is that because I haven't updated to 18?
Oh,
I mean, it
not
says,
necessarily. Some of it
says
you can't do. Some of the things, the AI thing, the thing that gave you the summary, that's only available in 18. But you should be able to get to the reader list.
I can't. It's just it's there. It says, show reader, but it's in light, and when you tap it, it won't come through. It won't do anything. It's on both of my devices.
It says show reader.
It does say it, but most of them are in dark print. Well, this is in light print, and it just won't go.
I see.
And I have what, a 13, iPhone 13, and my
Yeah,
iPad's
I
17.
understand. Let me go here. I'll bring up my other phone. See what happens here. I'll get rid of this one. And I'll add this one. So now you see the phone on the right side. That doesn't have iOS 18 on it. And so if I go to Google here and I type in,
Well, I'm on Safari, so that's not Google.
okay, you're on Safari, but what tap I'm entering on the top line. It doesn't have to be
Okay,
Google.
okay,
It's on the bottom line on my phone there. If I tap
okay.
there and I type in THESTUG.org and tap go, uh, you should be able to get to the website. There it is on the screen.
Mhm.
And if I want to create, you don't get those little icons at the top there or the bottom.
Go
But
to AA.
if you tap the share box and scroll up, it says add to reader list. And this is the way you would save whatever website you're on to the reader, save automatically.
Oh, okay, so the other part, when you do the A's, don't do that then.
That's correct.
Okay, okay, got it.
And so now I can go to my bookmarks and reader list, and you'll see I've got a couple things there. I've got the Sarasota Tech. I've done this before on this phone. So I've got it there twice, and I've got the maple trees there. Okay. And there's the article on maple trees as a reader list.
Okay, so then you do that.
Okay. Um, a question for all of you. Do you have your name um, in contacts?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
If you do not, I'd like you to add it as we speak. Right? And how do you add a name to contacts? I'll do it on my phone here, is you go to your contact list, if you can find it. And you go to all your contacts and you tap in the plus sign. Okay? And then you put your first name, last name, and be sure you have, if everybody would just check that, make sure you're in there, and then make sure I'll go to mine. Make sure you have your phone number in there. Oh, I don't have the right phone up on the screen. Hold on. Okay. Make sure you have your name in there first and last, your mobile number, your email address, and your home address. Okay. So make sure that's all in there because when we get to the Siri part of the discussion today, it's important that is there. Okay.
Where is the plus sign in contacts on your phone?
If you're looking at a list of your contacts,
Yes,
upper right-hand side of the phone, there's a plus sign.
my my face is there instead of. I'm looking at contacts. I don't see a plus sign.
Are you looking at the Apple contacts or Google contacts?
Oh, no wonder. Google contacts. Okay, thank you.
Bill, I have one more question about the reading list. Okay, so now you saved it. Now how do you get it?
Oh, I don't know. How do you? You let me switch back here. At the bottom of the screen, you should have the book. Looks like a little book opened up.
Right.
Tap that.
Oh,
And then at the top are bookmarks. That's the left hand thing. Then reader list is the next thing over. I think it looks like glasses,
yeah, that would,
eyeglasses. And that would be your reader list. That's the list of things you put in the reader.
oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, works out pretty
So if you're
nice,
on an
huh?
airplane, you can read this without,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, great. I've
All
never done.
right.
Thank you.
Good. So if everybody has their name in there, I'm going to switch gears again and just talk about calendar.
Is everything in your reader list go saved to the cloud? Or where is it saved, or how much can you accumulate?
That's a good question. I want to check something. I'm going to go to my iPad and see if it's in there in my iPad, therefore it was in the cloud. I kind of doubt it, but let me do it. I'll go to Safari on my. Hmm. It doesn't look like it does go to the cloud. That would make sense because what you're doing is trying to get it on the device. So when you don't have access to the cloud, you can read the article.
Yeah, can you do that? You can do that with books too, then, right?
And books, yes, books usually
Yeah.
are on. You
Yeah,
can
they're
make
already
sure,
okay. Yeah,
yeah, they're on your device. Yeah.
yeah, they're already on there.
Bill, I'm embarrassed to ask this question, but I will. Now, okay. Browsers, is Safari a browser?
Yes, that's a
Yes.
good question because everybody gets that confused. Safari's a browser, Chrome's a browser.
And I've got DuckDuckGo as my browser, so,
DuckDuckGo can be
Can
a
be.
browser or a search engine.
oh,
And so can Google. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, Google too. Mhm.
uh, if the way you can identify that, let me done. A website is the information down here. And the address of the website is up here on the browser. So if I go to Google, let me do this. Okay, I'm on Google. Up here, it says I'm at google.com. The thing where this address bar is up here is the browser. And that could be a Google browser, a Chrome browser, a DuckDuckGo browser. But the address up here tells you what website you're on. And in this case, I happen to be on google.com, which is the
Okay.
search engine. If I go up here and I tap and I go to DuckDuckGo, and it should get there. Hold on. Ooh, didn't go. Hold on. Now I'm at DuckDuckGo and it says DuckDuckGo up here. Now there's no indication here that I'm on Safari, right? There's none. It says I'm at DuckDuckGo website and I can type here where I want to go to elsewhere on the internet. And look what it says here. DuckDuckGo private browser. I don't know. I'm going to tap it. Now you don't know you're on DuckDuckGo browser, except it looks different up here at the top. Okay, and at the bottom.
what is a private browser?
It does more to maintain your privacy. It's
Okay.
not tracking you.
Is there a reason I should have one browser rather than another, or
Uh,
if I'm on an
I
Apple?
like Safari because it's an Apple product, and I like the Apple. I like to keep homogeneous on my source of applications if I can.
Oh, thank you. Good to
That's the
know.
only reason. Okay. Yeah, the browser gains you access to the internet, and the search engine is a website. DuckDuckGo
Place you
has a
go,
website,
huh? Mhm.
Yahoo has a website, etc.
Hey,
Okay?
Bill,
Yes, sir.
Jim McIntyre. While you were doing that, I was just looking on my iPhone and I was on Safari and I just touched my Bank of America app. And it brought up the Bank of America mobile banking. And it says, puts my username and password in by itself. I didn't put it in. And it says log in. So it automatically filled in my username and password. Why would it do something like that?
All right. Jim's asking a good question because it's using the password manager you have on your device. And I'll take this time to point that out to everybody. Apple has provided a password manager for you so that when you go onto the internet using Safari and you go to a website, it asks you to put in your user ID and password. Safari says, oh, I'm going to put that in the password manager list for you. So the next time you go back there, I'll fill it in for you. Okay, now I will show you where the password manager is. Okay, I think I can still find it. We'll see where it is on here.
What is the difference between a password manager and a passcode?
Oh, the password manager has a list of passwords that you require to get on various sites.
And the passcode?
The passcode is the 4, 6, or 8-digit number required to unlock your device.
But
Now,
Bill,
yes, sir.
it seems to me like that's defeating the purpose of having a password manager. If it'll fill it, I mean, of having passwords. If it does it automatically, that doesn't provide any safety, it seems to me.
Well, you have to be on your device and have logged in on your device to use it.
Could anybody else do the same thing?
If they were on it.
If they have your device and it's and the passcode, yes, they can.
Mhm. Yeah.
That just seems like that's a terrible thing to do. My God. That means anybody get my iPhone, they could just get into my bank account.
Not if you've locked it.
Not if I've locked it.
Well, you have Face ID.
Yes.
If they have your face, they could get in.
Okay. Okay. So the Face ID prevents them from getting it. A stranger from getting into
Yeah,
it.
they can't get into your phone.
Okay.
What if your phone is stolen and you have it open?
It will lock. It usually locks in 3 to 5 minutes, unless you set that on never. Okay.
And Bill, it seems to me on my devices, it asks me if I want it to save it.
It may be doing that on Jim's too. I'm trying to find where that is now. Can you help me find that, Kathy? Where is the password?
Frankly, an app was put on my phone that kind of surprised me.
Well, I know where it is on my old phone.
And it
The
says
old
passwords. It looks like a key, different colored keys. Let me try.
It's an application.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is that password manager, that app, is that responsible for putting the
Get a picture.
passcode and username in?
Yes.
If we were to delete that, would it take it away?
Well, I want to go see if you can.
Bill, I'm getting a new sign-in alert, security alert for my Google, and I signed in on my iPhone. Why am I getting that?
You're always going to get that because it said you haven't logged in for that site.
Okay.
On my phone, those passwords, it says passwords with the multiple colored keys
Yeah.
under apps, under P.
Yep.
I don't know if you
You know-
can see it, Bill, but that's it here. I unblurred myself. Oh, there's the camera. Whoops. That one. And I think it's, oops. I think it's kind of new because I never noticed it before.
No, it's been there before.
Oh.
Now they have it as an app. Okay, Jim. Okay, Jim. If you go
Yes.
down to settings, go to
Okay,
settings.
wait. I've got to get this.
Okay.
Give me. Okay, I'm
So if
going.
everybody would go to settings, if you have an older phone, there's right above mail, it says passwords.
All right,
If
go
you have
to.
if you have a newer phone and you have to go to settings, scroll down to where it says apps, tap that, and then you go to password. You go down to the P's. And there's one there called passwords.
What if you
Okay.
don't have the word passwords?
If okay, you have an older or newer phone, and what
On
version
my
of
iPad, I'm on my iPad and it's a new one I just got a week ago.
Okay, so you go to settings, scroll down to where it says apps, and then you scroll down the apps to the P's.
Yes,
And you'll
and
have
I just have four things there. Pages, Perplexity, Fonto, and Photos. That's all I have in P's.
you don't have passwords. Okay,
No.
so somehow you deleted it from the previous.
It could be because when I got this, they had added so many different apps I never heard before, saw before. I just deleted a bunch of them.
You
So I
may
can
have
go back-
deleted you may have deleted that one.
Well, I can go back to the App Store and get it.
Okay, now look at the screen for a minute, Jim. Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to go to passwords on my iPad.
Oh, wait, on the iPad. What? Why don't you do it on the iPhone?
I'll do it on the iPhone as well.
Okay.
I did it on the iPhone as well. And it says passwords at the top.
Mhm.
And I scroll clear down to the bottom. It says open passwords. You tap that. It needs your face to unlock it, or it says face recognition, or your passcode. And there's 81 of them I have in there. If I tap that, here they are. Now I'm going to tap on one of them, and I hope it doesn't show you my password, but I'm going to tap on Ancestry there. All right.
I'm getting something that says passwords would like to send you notifications.
Turn it off. Don't get that. AOL, I never saved. Let's see. Go down here to Best Buy. Didn't save it from Best Buy. Well, which ones did I save? There it is. I just went to Google and there's a password there. And it looks like dots on my screen. It doesn't even show up on the screen that you're looking at. And if you tap the dots, it usually gives you the actual password. There it is. And it'll show you, if you just tap it, it'll give you the password.
Well,
What is a pass?
it didn't put any password in there.
You don't see it.
Password
No, it's not
blank.
going to show you the password. I see it on my screen, but not on the screen you're looking at.
Oh,
What is a pass key? A pass key, what is it?
It just says created 5/12/24 when I created this password. And if I go back to Apple, I'm sure there's one there for Apple. And I'll show you what it looks like just some dots on my screen. Until you gently push it, it will tell you what the actual password is. Okay. So it is a password manager, and it's a nice tool.
So Bill,
But it only
do you think
go
with
ahead.
this now, the way it's easier to see them and save them, do you think it's better than a password manager?
It's equivalent, and these are your face protected.
Maybe you
And
don't
these
need it. Maybe you don't need it. I have one password I've been paying for a couple of
oh,
years.
you have a password manager you've been paying for. Yeah,
Yes.
you probably don't need that anymore.
Okay.
You have to have logged on to it though for it to register it, for it to save it.
Thank you.
So, Bill,
Yes, sir.
if this password manager or whatever it is, password app, will automatically do all this stuff, but it won't do it to anybody else who's using my phone if they don't have my face.
That's
that
correct. You can't get into it.
Okay? So it is safe then if for anybody
That's
else that can't get in.
yes. And
Okay.
that's interesting. If they get on your phone, and let me create this scenario. They want to look at their website. So they get on your phone, they use Safari, they put in their ID and password for Bank America. Now you have access to their account because the data has been saved on your account. So that's good and bad, I guess. They should.
So if you
And
have this password manager in Apple, but you're on your PC, it does no good at all.
that's correct. Kathy, does it save? It asks you each time, do you want to save this password?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So if it asks you to save the password, tell them don't save your password, else I'll have it. Right?
What is a verification code?
I hate those.
Don't hate them, love them. There's a thing on your phone. The question is, what's a verification code? On your phones, iPads, computers, there's this morass of passwords you're supposed to make, and for all these different sites, a lot of people have, said, "Oh my God, another password," and they start using the same password over and over again. As a sidelight, I recommend at least three passwords: one for banking, one for personal communications, and then one for Macy's and everybody else. Okay. But aside from that, many of the sites, banks, many of the places have said, we need you to have two-factor authentication,
Which is good.
which is a pain, but it's good. When you when you go to Macy's and you register, right? So if you want to set up an account, they want you to put in an email address and a phone number. Be sure those are accurate.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, so you do that, and then you go through the whole thing, and then you want to go back to Macy's site sometime in the future. You log in, you put in your password, and it says, "I'm going to send you a passcode. Would you like to send it?" And many times they ask you, "Would you like me to send an email or a message?"
Mhm.
Or they'll call and tell you what it is. Okay, it's a way. So if somebody has your password, they don't have your phone, hopefully, right? And so you can say, call me with the passcode, and it'll call you or send you a message or send you an email with that passcode.
Now, my phone has no saved verification codes, but I have several places where they have to, they send me a verification code. So why is it not in my phone?
Well, it shouldn't be, because that changes every time you do it.
Oh, okay. All right. So no saved verification codes is good.
It wouldn't make any sense to me to save a verification code.
Okay.
No.
All right.
You only stay good
This is-
for a limited amount of time.
Yeah, it
Well, they only
says
tell you so many minutes. It's only good for so many minutes. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's
I
easier on
do.
the computer for me on the Mac because it'll pop up from my phone. My text will pop up with the code. But on my cell phone, I have to sometimes go to my
it's
email
too
and
fast.
3 different pages. It's not fun. And can I say, I like how they're all trying to link all the passcodes. A lot of the companies are trying to link it into your iPhone with that. What do you call that little square? You know, put the little square on there and then it'll have the website to authenticate. So a lot of them are trying to tie it into your cell phone. And I like to try to keep my cell phone.
I actually have them send me a message, and you get a drop down notification right there, and it's
Mhm.
persistent. It stays there, and I get the code right off of that.
But that's not long enough for me.
Well, persistent is long enough. It'll stay there till you
Oh,
flip it
well,
away. Yeah.
okay. All right.
Okay.
It doesn't stay long for me the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. What do they call that? It's not persistent. Temporary. They call it temporary.
Temporary. Yeah, it's temporary.
So
So
Bill,
go into settings, notification, etc. for that particular website, and turn off or that particular app and change your notifications to persistent.
Okay. I'm going to do that. Okay.
Bill, those exclamation points in the red circles, I have those also. It says it's compromised. If it's not a bank, does it really matter to change those? I mean,
I just saw that. Yes, I just saw that. And I wonder is that what it is?
yes,
Is
it
that what
is. And the difference with the red circle and the gray circle are that the gray circle simply says weak password, whereas the red one says it's been picked up in a data leak.
okay. Whoa, am I gonna change all those?
That's my question. It seems like it's a never ending.
Uh, ooh, they're different too.
Mine just says that it's another password you've saved and should be changed.
This password has been detected in a data link and should be changed.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Look at all this.
Weak password. Oh, yeah.
No, I have some work to do, don't I? At another time, we will do that.
How do you get notification that they have these little red circles with the exclamation point in them?
Oh, it just showed up here under passwords.
Where is persistence in notification?
If you go to notifications, settings,
Uh-huh.
notifications, you
And
scroll
there.
down to the particular app we're talking about. Let's say it's Amazon, right? Let me pick one that's there. Ambient Weather Network, right? And it's right there. It says banner style. When the banner shows up, you want it to be temporary or persistent.
Okay. So each one you have to check whether what you want in each different.
That's correct.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Mhm.
Clears things up.
Well,
We
hey, Bill,
okay? Yes, go ahead.
I've just tried to get into my Bank of America account and it doesn't let me in.
Oh, no.
No,
With that password?
yes. I've tried it several times and it does all these other things, but it doesn't let me into the website.
And the password is the correct one?
As far as I know.
Have you
See,
tried typing it in?
I don't get that option. When I go to Bank of America and I say log in, and it logs in, Bank of America mobile banking, log in, and I click log in, and then it says, oh, now it says user ID.
There you go.
Well, yeah, but before it was automatic, and now I've got to type it in. Oh, sign in to bankofamerica.com with your password. Oh,
You can change the password right there,
the
or
thing
you can.
it keeps changing around. It does it automatically, and then you have to type it in. So here I've got to put my username and password in.
If you tap your username, I bet it'll fill it in.
If I type my okay, let me just type. It says paste auto refill. Let's just say autofill. It didn't do anything.
Okay.
Gosh.
Is there two different apps you have for Bank America?
As far as I know, it's just one. I don't
Okay.
really.
All right.
It just seems it's messed up.
Bill,
Go ahead, Ann.
I had one too, and it said, change your Groupon password. And so I hit something and it says remove an account from this browser. Is that what I want to do?
That's up to you.
But it made it sound like I better do something fast. So if I don't want to do that and I'm already in this remove an account, how do I go back?
Well, just continue what you're looking at. Sweep
Okay.
up from the bottom.
Well, it went back to choose an account
There you go.
and then use another account, but I don't understand how I'm getting, this happened to be Groupon. And it says it's been compromised.
Oh,
The
one of
data
those.
breach thing. Yeah, so what do I do? Just remove it?
Well, no, you got to change the password at some point because I bet that's the same password you use for other things.
Probably, but how do I change the password? I'm in the accounts.google.com.
No, let me go to one of mine here. And
Well,
there's
I
all,
was told,
I just a minute. Let me answer this question. Um, it says weak password, right? And it says upgrade password. If I come down here to this one for American Greetings, it says change password. I can change it right here. So they make it easy for you to do. Change password. Apparently, they make it easy for you to do.
Okay, would you go back and tell me how to get to that screen?
I went to passwords, the app.
well, it wasn't clear that you really got there. What they've told me is that I have to go to the websites to change passcodes.
Okay. I said, it says change password, and there it is. Don't
It's
want
doing
that.
it.
Yeah, I don't see a way to do it here. I'm on the website now, so I can change it here.
Okay.
Yeah. So it took me to the website, right? Now I'd have to go into their settings and change it. So that's the only thing it does. It takes you to that website, logs you in, and then each website has its own
Oh gosh.
technique, if you will, to change the password.
Bill,
Mm-hmm.
I finally got to the Bank of America website. Wait, but what it does, it gives me a car buying service, buying or refinancing a car. Shit. Apply today.
All right.
It's just screwed up, man.
Be flexible, everybody. Okay. Wow. We were we're going to talk about calendar for a little while. All right.
Bill,
Go.
one
Yes.
more question. Pass. I don't have a password in my apps. Where could it be?
Which version of the operating system do you have?
18 or
Okay.
18.1.1.
You must have deleted it then. If you go to
So how do I put it back
no.
in then?
Did you go to settings and scroll down and you tapped apps down here at the bottom? Is that what you did?
You're breaking up. Can you still hear me?
I went to settings, I scrolled
Yes.
to the bottom of the settings menu and it says apps.
Like,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. You're breaking up.
Anybody else having that problem?
Now I have something like hidden apps. Could it be in there?
Look at your screen. Look at my screen. I'm on settings. It says settings here at the top. And
Yes.
I scrolled to the bottom of the settings menu and it says apps. No?
Is
Yes?
the blue background.
Okay. Barbara, you're breaking up. I'm not getting a consistent picture from you. You're going into still motion.
Oh. So what do I do?
Well, you go to apps, and then the password will be in the list of apps under P.
I'm in app. Yeah, I'm in there now.
And if you go down to the
But
P's, you should have a password. If it's not there,
it's not
you have to go to the App Store and get it.
P. If
Okay?
yeah,
All right.
oh, it's
I'm going to switch to, oh, we lost her. I'm going to switch to calendar. If everybody could open the calendar app, it's the one that says SAT 30. That's today's date. And I'd like you to tap the back arrow at the top until you don't have a back arrow anymore. And it actually says the years on it. Yes?
Wait, can you start over again?
Yeah, open the calendar app.
Wait. Open the calendar app. All right. Yes, okay.
And hit the back arrow till it says 2024 at the top. And you're looking at the year view.
I don't get that.
Is this in settings? Where did you get the calendar app from?
Calendar app. Calendar app. Go to your home screen. No settings. Okay. And then it says calendars at the bottom center. Tap that.
How do I get to my Apple calendar? When I say calendar, it gives me Google.
Well, I don't know. You have to open the Apple Calendar app. It's the one that says 30 on it. Looks like this.
Oh, I see what, okay.
If you're on your iPad, just tap where it says year, and you'll get the year view. And then tap, if you're on your iPad, tap the upper left-hand corner. So the panel shows up, and it shows you a bunch of things there. The reason I brought you here is here's the calendars you're currently looking at. You'll notice, just look at mine for a minute on the iPad there. It says iCloud. I'm not using my iCloud calendar at all. If I scroll up, there's my wife's calendar. I have her account on my device, and I choose to look at her calendar. If I scroll down, there's my Gmail calendar. Now, how many of you have more than one calendar you could be looking at? Yes, no?
If you're just
Yeah.
using your phone, you can't get this, right?
Oh, same thing.
Really?
You tap calendars at the bottom.
How did you get to this page again?
I went to open the calendar app.
Okay, I put Apple Calendar in the search part, and it gives me, I don't know what.
I don't know if you have out the Apple Calendar app on your device. Again, it looks like
I
that.
have, but when I tap that, it gives me Google.
Well, it could give you the Google Calendar. That's okay.
Oh, okay.
At the bottom, it should say calendars, the bottom center. What I'm pointing out to you by going here is, in my case, I am using the Google Calendar. I'm importing the information from Google and putting it in my Apple Calendar account. Let me repeat that again. I'm getting the information from my Gmail calendar, my Google Calendar, and I'm putting it in the Apple Calendar application. Later on down here, I'm also getting my wife's calendar. Now, if you ask me, how did I manage to do that? I did it by adding my wife's email account to my device. I'm
You
not
mean
using,
I could get your calendar, Bill, by adding your name where it says add calendar?
not really. You would have to add my name and you would have to go into mail. Let me go back. You would have to add my email account to your device in order to get it.
So if I have a shared account with my daughter,
Yes. You would add your daughter's email account, the one that has the email associated with her calendar, and it's probably Google.
mine says iCloud.
Her, you have her account.
It just says calendar shared with Wendy.
Mine says iCloud shared with Pat. So, but I don't use it. That's for my iCloud. I don't use that calendar.
Oh, and that's and only
And
other
the
I
reason
have.
this may be confusing to some of you is you can have multiple calendars.
Right.
For example, within Google, within iCloud, or within Apple World, you can have what? Classes, work, calendar, home, and family. I could have all those calendars.
So how
I
do
could
I,
have,
how
I
do
could,
I add an Apple Calendar if I want to add the Apple Calendar? Or would that just be confusing?
that would be confusing.
Okay. Don't need any more confusion.
I understand. I understand. Okay. I choose to only have two of these, one for my wife and one for me. There's mine. I have it checked. And down here's my wife's. I have that checked. The way I got that in settings under mail, let me go back to settings mail. Oh, I got to go into apps. Oh boy. Just everybody don't mess with your devices right now. Just look at mine. Okay? Else you're just going to get confused. I just want you to look at mine. Don't worry about yours. Okay? And I can see if your eyes are on me or not, Lake. You are on. If I type mail accounts there, here's all the different mail accounts I have on my device. Now don't look at yours, just look at mine. And you'll notice that Google allows me to have a calendar. There's my wife's account that I added. It has a calendar. Here's another Google account, but I don't have the calendar for that one because when I click the little there, I say, I don't want the calendar from Google, from that Google account. And here's the one from Apple, and it has a calendar as well. AOL doesn't have a calendar, but Yahoo does. You get the idea? I added all those calendars. All right. And if you don't have them, that's good. You don't need to get confused by all that.
So
If
where do
I
you check, where you have calendars? Or how to check what calendars you have?
I went to mail, the mail settings and accounts.
I'm just getting my mail. Okay.
And if you're not using the Apple Mail account, Mail app, this isn't the appropriate thing for you to be doing.
All right.
If you're using the Apple Mail account, and right, All right. Let me go back to calendars now, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to go to my daily calendar. Let's see, go to today. There's today's calendar. Things that are in blue is mine, things that are in yellow are my wife's. If I go back to calendars and I turn and I say, I don't want to see my wife's calendar, I'll turn off mine. I don't want to see my calendar information. And this is what it would look like. Mine are all gone. So what it's doing is it's folding the calendars together. Now we find this rather convenient for my wife and I, in that if she schedules something, she can see my calendar. If she needs to get let's say she's getting an eye exam and she needs to have me drive her. So she can see if I have an appointment already. Likewise, if I'm scheduling something, I can see if she is available or not. The other thing you might have on your calendars is you might have multiple holidays listed. And that's because I'm getting it from Gmail. I could get it from my wife's calendar, and I could get it from other. So let me put all the holidays in there, and let's see what my calendar looks like now. Right here, Veterans Day is listed 3 times from the 3 different sources. So if you have that where the holidays are listed multiple times, go to your calendars and turn off the holidays on everything but one of them. All right.
Which one do you turn off?
Any one of them. Turn off. Pick one. Turn it off. For the holidays, Van, you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, pick. I just leave one on. Doesn't matter which one. And some of them have more holidays than others, so it depends on the app. But at least you're getting.
How do you get to where you are? To the calendars?
I'm in the calendar app.
Okay, I'm there, but how do you get to what calendars you have? Or what holidays you have?
iPhone or iPad.
iPhone.
Tap calendars at the bottom.
Wait a minute. Oh, lost it. I lost it, so go ahead.
Okay. So how do you add an event to your calendar? I tap the plus sign and I go ahead and type in iPad class. All right. Now, a couple of important things here. If you would like directions on how to get to the class, you would add a location, right? So this would be 6234 Buckingham Street if we were having it at my house. Okay. And then you come down, is it an all-day affair or is it just a meeting of some kind? If you turn on all day, it just says which day would you like it.
Bill, can we do the Stag Christmas party? Because that has an address and I don't know how to put an address in it.
See where
Or-
it says, see where it says location there? Just tap there
Oh.
and put in the address.
Okay.
And then tap done. So it's November 30th from 10 o'clock. And then you tap ends November 30th at 12 o'clock. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I want to get down here to some other features. If you scroll up, it says repeat. You also can select what calendar you want to put it on of all those calendars you have. If you only have one, don't worry about it. Where it says repeat, you can repeat it weekly, every week, or you can customize there at the bottom, right? The frequency is weekly on Saturday. Okay. And you can make it first, second week of the month, that kind of thing. So I'm going to hit repeat. Every week. And end repeat, let's say end repeat on a date, and we'll make it let's make it March 22nd. And then tap add. So now I've added an iPad class starting today, and it's going to appear on my calendar every week until March 22nd.
How about the days that you're off for the holiday?
Well, it just puts it in every week. Now, if I wanted to eliminate one of those, let's say it's Christmas, right? Did I put it on Christmas? Doesn't look like it's there, does it? That's interesting. Anyway, if I wanted to take it off January 4th, I would open January 4th, I would tap it and then delete event. Now watch what happens when I delete event. It comes up and say delete this one or this one and every other one in the future. So I'm going to do that. So now we've got all of them gone. Right? And there it is on December 28th. I'm going to tap that one and delete that one. Get the idea?
Bill, on your iPhone, how did you get the view you have now with the blue and the yellows?
The yellow one, just wait till my phone goes away. Okay.
You can specify different colors for different events.
You could. I chose not to. The yellow ones are my wife's calendar.
Oh, I see, okay.
Bill,
But-
how'd you get to that December showing all of your activities? I've just put in our Christmas party and I'd
Yeah.
like to see the December. I don't know how to get to that page.
All right. If what are you on? The actual day or week or what are you
Well,
looking
I
at?
put in the information starting at the date, the 12 to 2, and then I'm flipping around here, just showing month by month as I scroll up and down. So I don't know how to get to that page. Okay, so
There's
yes,
the
yes,
on the iPhone. See which one we pick on. Details gone stack. The arrow at the top,
yes,
between the arrow at the top, you can go back to years, and then
yes.
you can tap the month, and then
Okay,
you can tap the individual day.
that means you have to remember the day.
Well, I'm looking at the month, and I can see the Stug Luncheon written there. Yeah.
And I've got no events, so I've not done it properly. Oh,
All right.
yeah, mine looks different from yours. I don't see no.
If
Okay,
you-
I don't know how to get to that page. I don't recognize it.
If you tap today, go ahead and at the bottom, tap today.
Yes,
It should come up with today's view.
no,
Does it come up with the 30th?
comes up with November and then
Sure. November 3rd, right?
yeah, I still don't get that visual. I'll ask you
Hold
at the
Hold on now, because we're going to talk about scrolling here. I'm looking at today's view and the 30th is highlighted. If I wanted to go to the next week, I can go like that up here at the top. I put my mouse pointer here or my finger there. And I can scroll to the next, right? I can scroll back and I can choose a different day.
mine shows information that I can scroll up and down as to whose birthday is on what day and
If you're
okay, it's-
here,
yeah,
if you're
no,
here, I tapped,
I did. Yeah,
I tap on a given day, it expands that. If I go back and look at December, gives me all of December. And if I can scroll up and down to get to the different months. Remember that little dot is my finger running across the screen. And on the iPad, it actually says day, week, month, year. Right? Wow, how did I get clear there? And there is a little icon that says today. So I can tap today.
on my iPad, when I clicked on the month, it shows what I see on your screen, but not on my iPhone. That's okay. At least I've got it on. Do you have a birthday in January?
Yeah, I do.
Well, the 8th?
Yeah. How did you know?
Because it's on the monthly calendar that I'm looking at.
That's right. I sent you I sent you my
Email, I guess.
Since you brought since you brought that up,
I've got everybody from my contact list birthdays on here. I never asked for that.
well, it's automagic. Yes, you did.
Oh.
Let me explain. If you have people's birthday in their contact information, it automatically picks it up. And you see where it says birthdays here? Where is on my
Yeah.
Gmail? On my
Yeah.
Gmail, I have birthdays checked. And so it's going to look at all the contacts and shared by contact, right?
So I have a question for you. On my Gmail in Latvian, it has birthdays in Latvian. On my Hotmail in English, it has birthdays. So my question to you is, do only the Latvian people in my contact list, because I've got it in Latvian, I see their birthdays? You know what I mean? Like two separate entities,
Let
two
me
different
understand.
languages.
Whoa. You
Doesn't
have
matter.
two.
It's just
You,
it's just an odd thought. Not to worry. It's a
is
don't
your
waste your time.
question?
Everybody's
Let
listening.
me answer your question, Anda.
Okay. I thought I'd challenge you with that one.
I am. You have two contact lists.
One in Latvian. No, I might have Outlook. Yeah, Outlook and Gmail.
Okay. So if you go to, are we talking about your iPad?
Yes.
And I'd like you to tap the upper left-hand corner of the iPad so you get the side panel.
Yes, I'm looking at the side panel.
And does that side panel include the list, the contacts from the other source? In other words, there's email addresses there. And do you have multiple? If I look at mine, I have iCloud, my wife, my cell or Gmail, and other.
I just
What
have
do you,
Gmail, Outlook, iCloud.
where it says Outlook, tap birthdays.
Yes, that it's tapped.
And how about Gmail? Is that tapped for
It
birthday?
is in Latvian, Zimšanas dienas.
Okay, I want any email address you have should have birthdays checked on it,
Yes.
and then it would show up. You would have all your birthdays.
So irrespective of what language.
Yeah, it doesn't care.
No, it doesn't care. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So can everybody navigate? If you have your iPad, you have day, week, month, year at the top.
Yeah.
On the iPhone, you can go back to the year by tapping the year at the top and then tap a particular month and it takes you down to the month. And then you can tap a particular day and it actually shows you that day with the weeks at the top that you can scroll back and forth on. Any other things any additional things that some of you may be using that I didn't cover with calendars? The one I dearly love is doctor's offices. When I'm in the doctor's office, they want to give you the little card. And the way you can schedule an appointment is you can use Siri to do it. Because I'm bridging into Siri.
Mm.
So if I get Siri to come up and I use the word schedule as the first command to Siri, she knows I want to put it, or he knows what I want to put it, that I want to put this information in my calendar. So I would say schedule, and then I would say what I want to schedule. For example, Dr. Jones. And then I would say when. And let me show you what I mean. I'm going to schedule Dr. Jones for a date, or I'll say Tuesday, right? So I'm going to say schedule Dr. Jones at 2 o'clock on Tuesday.
You didn't need to say, hey, Siri?
Schedule Dr. Jones on Tuesday at 2:30.
You already have KW at 3 p.m. Should I schedule it anyway?
Yes.
Dr. Jones is scheduled for 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. on Tuesday.
Okay.
Wait. How
And
did
it
you
was-
get, how'd you get Siri? You didn't even call her.
Oh, I pressed and hold the home button. I'm sorry, press and hold the power button.
Press and hold the power.
Power button.
Gosh.
Did
Power
you
button's
have to,
on.
did you have to program her to recognize the word schedule?
No.
It's automatic, okay.
Now, if it's a Canadian accent, probably.
Well, you're showing up on my iPhone, so it's hearing your voice.
Well, you shouldn't have Siri running, else everybody got that message.
I don't know how
Now,
to turn Siri off. I mean, during this conversation when I don't need her.
well, I didn't say Hiri, did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay. So I like to use the power button instead of using the HISIRI. It just works better for me. Can I cancel Dr. Jones next Tuesday? Cancel Dr. Jones next. Whoops, not that one. Well, now it's not working. Cancel Dr. Jones next Tuesday.
Just to confirm, you'd like to delete this from your calendar.
And I say, yes, delete it.
Okay, it's been deleted.
Wow.
We don't see your iPhone.
I know. I just brought it back up.
Okay.
So I'll do it again. Schedule Dr. Jones next Wednesday at 4.
Dr. Jones is scheduled for 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Wednesday.
Cancel Dr. Jones next Wednesday.
Just to confirm, you'd like to delete this from your calendar.
Delete.
Okay, it's been deleted.
Bill, can I ask about reminders? I thought I saw something flash choice of how long before you wanted a reminder. What manner is the reminder done? Is it Siri speaking up suddenly, or how is one reminded? I've never used it before, so let's say your appointment on next Thursday.
I know. I'm just trying to remember.
You don't get reminders?
Yeah, I do.
Is it verbal or written?
Just a minute. Reminders. Darn it. I thought it was here. Oh. All right. Reminders. If you go to settings and calendar, there's a few things in there you should probably have set. One is the default alert time. And if it's a birthday, it's 2 days if you want it. I have mine set. So I went to settings, apps, and calendar. And I want to get the alerts. I want to get it on for birthdays, 2 days ahead, for events, 1 hour ahead, and for all day events, 1 day ahead.
That was default alert times?
That's defaults, right.
Wait. How did you get there?
Settings,
Yes,
apps,
yes,
calendar,
yes. Then what?
default alert times.
Default alert times.
Can you do it on the iPad as
Yeah.
well?
Yes, same thing.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, yes, okay, I see it now.
Don't see calendar on my settings on my iPad.
If you, on your iPad, you're going to go to settings, calendar.
Yeah, I don't see the word calendar on the left under settings.
It's got to be there. It's got to be.
It's not.
Problem is, well, no. If you have the new operating system, it's under apps. If you don't, it's under
Oh.
calendar.
Okay, it's under, all right. Yeah, new operating system, you're right. Okay. Default alert times.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, it's all set up.
Okay, so we bridged now to Siri. And I just want to play a little bit with Siri.
What happened to reminders?
Well, the alerts was in a reminder form. You're talking about when you schedule an individual meeting.
Oh, maybe I'm confusing. I was thinking that I'm reminding myself to take my medications at certain times, that sort of thing.
That's a different app. That's a
So
different app.
how is the reminder made? Is it a verbal or a written thing? 2 days before. What happens 2 days before the event? How do I get the reminder?
It'll send you an alert. You'll get a notification you have a birthday tomorrow.
That's an email?
No, it's an alert. It's like a notification. It will show up.
So something shows up on my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, reminders is a different thing. And I don't want to talk about that app today, but we can talk about it sometime in the future. But you can say, remind me to take my medicines tomorrow, every day at 2:00. Let's see if that works.
And you'd be saying that to Siri.
Remind me to take my medicine at 2:00 every day.
Okay, I've added it.
Okay. I don't know if it'll do it every day, but it's going to do it tomorrow.
So Siri will suddenly speak up and say, take your medicine at 2:00?
Remind me to take my medicine at 11:45 every day.
Okay, I've added it.
So we're going to see what happens at 11:45.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Don't know what will happen. Well, we'll find out. That's one of the things Siri can do.
If you never have used Siri and never have set anything up, is it just there for you? If I started to tell Siri something, would she do whatever I said?
Yeah, you actually have to set her up a little bit, but
I've also
no,
never used her.
nothing happened. Nothing happened.
And you're going to go over how to set up Siri a little bit?
If everybody could please go to settings. There's an app, there's a thing that says Siri and search. Yeah, it says Siri under the first groupings in settings. You don't go to the apps here, you just tap Siri. And here's where you would establish Siri. You'd say, I want the English language. I happen to want her to talk in an Aussie accent. Now, Bearbell is going to want her to speak to her in German. Okay. Talk to Siri. If you tap the arrow there, I have it turned off. So I can't, if I say Heysiri, I will not get Siri. Okay. You can, I prefer to use the button.
What button?
The power button on the side.
Okay.
I prefer to allow Siri when locked. I'm saying I want her to speak in an Aussie voice. Siri responses. I like to have Siri respond to everything, right? I prefer a spoken response, always show Siri captions and always show request. So I'm going to see it on the screen or she's going to talk to me. Okay? So when I say something, it's typed out on the screen. When she says something, it's typed out on the screen.
Where do you get that Siri response? I don't see that. Talk to Siri.
Now go back. Allow Siri voice and Siri response there, Jim.
Wait.
Right here.
Okay, allows. Wait. Allow Siri when locked. Is that what you clicked on?
I have it on. Yeah.
Allow.
And you choose the voice you want. There are a lot of different voices you could have, right?
Can you hit your Siri responses, please?
Pardon me?
Hit Siri's responses.
I prefer spoken response.
Yeah.
I always show Siri captions and I always show requests.
Yeah.
Announce calls always. Announce notifications. And I probably should have put reminders. I wonder what it says for reminders.
You had off.
That's why we didn't get a reminder.
Where did you find that one?
Under announce notifications.
That was way down the list.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna try to set that thing up again.
Hang on, I don't see that. Announce.
Remind me to take my medicines at 11:51 every day.
Okay, I've added it.
It says tomorrow, though. Unfortunately.
Sorry, where did you?
Remind me to take my medications at 11:52 today.
Okay, I've added it.
Let's see what it does. The one thing I want to make sure you all do, you see where it says my information? I'd like you to make sure your name is there for my information.
What page are you on now? On some Siri.
This is the Siri settings. And it says my information. You need to turn that on. Or tap it and then find your name in your contacts and put it in and select it. Okay.
Okay.
That's the key ones I would like. Now, let's use Siri. Right?
Did she give you the reminder?
I haven't gotten it yet. Oh, I got a reminder come up, but it didn't announce it. I'll probably every day now get my reminders to take my medicine.
Did you at least give the correct time?
Yeah, I
Good.
see it there, 11:52, and it's now
Tomorrow
past.
at church, you'll hear it.
Say again, please.
Tomorrow at church, you'll hear the notification.
That's right. You got it. Let me get some commands here. I have, what I'm going to do is send you a list of commands for Siri. And I'm just going to go through some of them briefly with you.
Okay.
Right?
So where are the commands located?
You say them, but I'm going to send you a list.
Okay.
Okay? We'll check something here. Siri, how much is $1 worth in Canada?
It's 91
One
cents.
Canadian dollar and 40 cents.
In euro.
How much is $1 in Korean?
I found this on the web.
It doesn't actually tell me that one.
Ask about a euro.
How many euros are there in $1?
62 cents.
Not even €1.
Oh, Siri, flip a coin.
It's tails.
Siri, roll some dice.
Rolling. It's 1 and 6.
Siri, roll a die.
It's 6 this time.
Give me a random number between 1 and 25.
That would be 12.
So far, so good, everybody?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You're hearing her, right?
Yes.
Okay. What movies are playing near me?
Here are some movies playing at cinemas, but they are a bit far from you.
Yeah, you didn't pick up Sarasota for some reason there. I don't know why.
How do you know that they weren't in Sarasota? I didn't see any address on that.
It said 1 hour, 2 hours away. I could have tapped it and got directions there, but
Okay.
I'm going to play a song, and I want you to say to your Siri what song is playing. All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to play an interesting song, and let's see what you get. You're supposed to be asking your Siri what song is playing.
We're not hearing
Your
anything.
song.
We're not
You're not
hearing
hearing-
anything.
We're not hearing it.
Oh, I'm in trouble now. Just a minute.
And it says no song found. Yeah, and it said we're not.
Yes. Hold on.
You have to press play.
I hear it just fine.
We don't hear it.
You will in a minute. Let me pull up a different source. Music. Can you hear that?
No.
No?
No.
No.
Am I hearing no? You don't hear that?
Yes. We
We
don't hear.
don't hear, we do not hear it.
Do you have sound turned on your share screen?
You're not hearing that?
No.
No.
Wow. Trying to figure out why.
Volume button?
Oh, it's playing loud here.
Not here.
The share sound on your share
Okay,
screen?
one.
Isn't there a share sound button that you click on your shared screen?
No.
There isn't. Okay.
I don't have any music on this one. I mean, you should have been hearing it because I'm not hooked. Boy, now I'm confused.
If we ask Siri to tell a bad joke, would that be something she would do?
Siri, tell a joke.
A bad
Gordon
joke.
told his daughter, "You're grounded." She paused, meditating, and said, "Indeed, I am."
Did you hear that?
Yes. Ask her to do a bad joke.
Siri, give me a bad joke.
A guy took his new sailboat out for the first time and got caught in a storm. As the waves tossed the boat around, he fumbled for the radio. "Hello, Coast Guard. I'm in my new sailboat and I'm caught in a storm," he shouted. "This is the Coast Guard," they answered. "What is your current position?" The guy thought about it for a second, then said, curled up on the deck and crying, why?
Oh boy,
Mush.
that sounds like one of mine.
It
Yeah.
does on occasion.
Yours are better than that.
Well, it was clean.
Yeah. We won't
I
ask.
think I,
Okay, anyway.
I think I've shown you how to set up a calendar. I can use Siri to call. Siri, call Jim McIntyre.
You'll need to have contact information for Jim McIntyre before I can do that. Who would you like to call?
Ann Ross. So I'm calling Ann Ross now. Her phone should be ringing. Is she still with us?
Yeah, and it's ringing. Did you want me to answer it, Bill?
No, that's okay.
Hi,
Well,
Bill.
go ahead and answer it on FaceTime.
Okay, I've answered. Oh, okay, on FaceTime.
Somebody's calling me too.
No, I think that
There you
was
are.
my thing,
There you
maybe.
are.
I was there.
Yeah. Oh, what happened to the screen?
What is that?
I
That's
lost
Like
it.
the fishies.
that's
I lost it. But it worked, right?
Yeah.
So you can call anybody on your list just by asking Siri to do it.
Why didn't it call me when you asked to call me?
I don't have your phone number in my contacts.
Oh, okay.
Oh, who are the Steelers playing tomorrow?
The Steelers take on the Bengals tomorrow at 1 p.m.
What's the price for the Nvidia stock today?
NVIDIA was up 2.15% yesterday, trading at $138.25.
Oh, this is a good one. How to use Siri to find out who owns a lost iPhone or iPad. If you come across a lost iPhone or iPad and wonder who to return it to, you can simply ask Siri, who owns this phone? Who owns this phone?
I believe this iPhone belongs to Bill.
Okay.
That's not enough information.
Well, I can tap the information there and get all of the contact information for Bill.
That's a nice picture of you, Bill.
Isn't that? That's a cool
Yeah.
picture.
Is that it?
Thank you. All right. I can use Siri to do control music, but it's not coming through to you. So we're not going to do that one right now. But I could say, Siri, play John Denver. Let's see if that works. Siri, play John Denver.
Here's the Essential John Denver by John Denver on Apple Music.
Can you hear that from John?
No.
No. Okay.
but you can.
Yeah, I can hear it. You can have Siri set an alarm or a timer. Set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute.
Let's see. And then I have the list I'm going to send you contains about 500 different Siri commands you can ask.
How does Siri notify you in one, what does she do to notify you in 1
She's
minute?
going to.
I found this on the web.
She's going to in 31 seconds. See, it's counting down up here at the top of the phone. But how many calories in a bagel? What's the demographics of Sarasota, Florida? Hear the phone going off? The timer just went off.
Didn't hear anything.
I know, but it went off here.
Okay. What is it, what kind, I mean, what does it do? It buzzes or it squeaks or it plays music or what does it do?
To do what?
I mean, are you
Oh, it
notified?
rings an alarm. There's an alarm that goes off.
Okay.
Try it. That's the
Oh,
way you
okay.
experiment with these,
All
right?
right. Mhm.
How long does a cat live? How long does a cat live?
I thought it was till he
What's the
died.
population of Jamaica? Oh, what's the price of gasoline in Chicago?
How about how many illegals entered the United States in 2024?
How many illegals entered the United States in 2024? Fiscal year ending nearly 3 million. You can say send a message to my wife. Where would you like to go for dinner tonight? Send. So I just sent that message to my wife without typing a thing. I could do the same thing with email, send an email to my wife or my son. You're saying, well, how did they know Patty Crow was your wife? I told Siri, I said, Siri, my wife is Patty Crow. And if I use spouse or wife from now on, it will, whatever I'm wanting to do will happen to my wife. I did this one day and I was doing a stud class with the on site where we had about, what was it, 7,500 people. And I said, send a message to my wife. And it said, which wife? I had her in there twice. So it can get you in trouble if you're not careful. Let's see, any other biggies? I'll be sending you this entire list. Oh, you have your address. I'm out and about, and I'm in one of these developments here, and it's all left and right lanes, and I'm, in the bowels of that particular HOA, and I don't know how to get out. I just say, Siri, take me home.
Getting directions to home.
Now it says I have about 1 minute to get there. But if I'm way away, it finds direction home. And the way it did it is you identified yourself to Siri. And whenever you say me or my or I, it goes to that account and finds out the information.
But you didn't say me, I, or you just said take me home.
Me. I said me.
Ah.
Ah.
How about if you say, what subways do I take from 86th and 3rd to get to 174th Street?
Try it. Try it.
Oh,
Come on. Come on. You got to try it. Just say, hey, Siri, take me. How do I get to take a subway to get to
Okay, fine.
someplace in New York City?
All
And
right. I
They
will
give you
try.
the directions.
Okay.
All right, everybody, Siri and calendar. Any questions?
No,
Good.
Great
That-
class, Bill.
Yes. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Jim.
The password app that automatically appeared, why did I get that? I didn't order it or didn't request it from the app store.
It's one of the standard apps that comes with your phone.
Oh, it wasn't there before, so it came recently.
Well, whenever you got, it was there before, perhaps. You may have not known you were using it or had it.
I know.
Okay. I had it on my old,
Oh, really?
I had it on iOS, I don't know, 10 or 11 it started. And when you convert to iOS 18, they did some pretty significant changes, including making it a official app. Before it was not an official app. It was a item you got to in settings to see. Okay?
Should we use the apps in that? Password apps, should they be used?
Well, no, the Apple Password app was buried in settings. It wasn't really called an app at that time. It was just a feature. And you would go to set, oh, I can do it on this one. Hold on.
I tried it, Bill, and
Here's my, just a minute. Here's my old iOS system. You see, I'm in settings and there it says passwords. So that was the older iPhones and iPads. If you upgraded to iOS 18, it's no longer here, it's an app.
Okay.
Okay.
and
Bill, can I ask you something again about the password?
About what?
got
Password?
about the password. I got it on my phone and said my username came up, but then it says on top, it says new password. So it's not my Apple ID. It's a new password I have to create.
What are you trying?
I got this.
Where are you?
With this, when about the passwords, what we did before, and I got the three keys in the different colors, and it says website, app, or label, and my username came up, but it says then password. It's not my Apple ID. It's on top. It says new password. Do I have to create a new password?
No, it wants you to put in your Apple ID password in order to open it up.
Okay. See, it says new password. So that's why I was confused.
I don't know why you're seeing new password. Are you on your iPad,
No,
Bearville?
I'm on my phone.
So you go to settings and you
Yes, and
scroll down to
yeah,
apps and then you went down
yes,
to passwords,
I
right?
got the three keys. Yeah, got the three keys, and then
Hold
my
on.
username came
Hold
up.
on. Wait. Let me get up to where you are. And I tap passwords. And mine didn't come up because I've been on it before. Let me try one other thing. Let me try this. No. But yours comes up with a different screen than mine is. You have a different screen than the one I have in front of you right now? Yes, no, maybe?
he seems to have disappeared.
Can you hear me now?
Say again?
No, I think I'm back now. I wanted to ask you about the password. They put on my username, but on top it says new password. Do I have to create a new password, or is it my Apple ID?
You're here where I am right now, and you tap passwords right down here. Yes.
No, no. I have to cancel that again. So now I'm at passwords and search.
Search.
No.
Oh, yeah. You can
but
go
it
up.
says all pass keys, codes, and Wi-Fi. Go to cancel again, perhaps, huh? No. Share password.
No, that's okay. I tap
No.
passwords.
No. Yes. Let me go right back again and say apps, and then the password, I think it was right on the bottom. No. Oh God. Remind us. Oh, there it has passwords.
Look at my screen. Is it this
And it
pass?
says no.
Does it look like this?
Yes,
Okay, tap it.
I did, and now it says Siri search and notifications, cellular data.
It says what?
Yes, I've got what you have now on the screen. I've got on my phone too. And now what do I enter?
Well,
Where do I
nothing.
tap?
It says Siri search notification. It says what mine does. Yes.
Yes.
If you scroll down,
Yes.
it says open passwords. They're at the bottom of the list. And it's looking for
Yes.
looking for my face. So if I show it my face, it will unlock my passwords. And here's my passwords.
Yes. And now it comes username.
Right.
It says website, app, or label, and then username and password.
It requires for the first, if you're getting in there for the first time, I think it requires the Apple ID and password, or your face, or fingerprint,
Okay.
or passcode, or something like that.
Yeah, it says password, but that's the Apple ID password, is it? The Apple ID is the password I have to put in.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me try that.
Okay.
Yes. And then number 8. Oh. Instead of in the password, it went into the username. So
We'll put in the Apple ID for username then.
Yeah. Oh. So now the username, I put the password went right. Right in there with the username after that. So now I don't know how to delete it again. If I put save, that can't be right. How do I delete that? It says username and password. And I put in the password, but instead of in the password space, it went right after the username. Now, I'm trying to delete it now.
Bill,
Yes.
while Barbell is looking for her, whatever she's looking for, and before we lose any more people, would you mention the holiday party and that you must sign up for it?
Go ahead.
It's on December 10th.
Sounds like you're mentioning that.
December 10th from 12 to 2, and it's at 8500 Turtle Rock Boulevard, at the Community Association there.
Yep. You should have received an invite today.
Yeah, I think it's there
Okay.
in the box. But
And
please come. It should be fun.
Yep. As always. Kathleen, we expect you there.
Oh, I wish.
You can get down where there's no snow.
Oh, there's no snow here either, but it is kind of cold. It's 39.
Yeah.
It hasn't been in the 30s.
Yeah. It's cold here too. It's about 72.
Oh, I will add, as far as Siri goes, she absolutely flunked directions. She left out things
Okay.
like, she will tell me something like, take this bus, but she doesn't tell me where the bus is. Take the 102 bus. Right. If I don't know where to take the 102 bus, I'm in trouble. So, no, she flunked. She flunked New York City
He
traffic.
flunked. Okay. I was reading an article last night about fathers and sons, and memories came back, flooding back to me at the time I took my son for his first drink. This is an Irishman, right? Off we went to the local pub, which is only 2 blocks from our house. I got him a Guinness Stout. He didn't like it, so I drank it. I got him an Old Style. He didn't like that either, so I drank it. It was the same with Coors and Bud. By the time I got down to the Irish whiskey, I could hardly push the stroller back home. Take a while for that one to sink in. Okay.
Very good, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
All right, dear.
Come on, Bill. Have a good week.
Have a
Take
good week.
care.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody. See you.
Bye, everybody.
We're doing Google and Apple Maps next week. I looked it up.
Yes, we are.
Bill, can I say one more thing?
Go ahead. Everybody else can go.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I finally put it in, and it says cannot add password. To save a password, you need to provide either a website, app name, or label, and okay underneath.
Oh, you're trying to add something to it. I see. Okay. The thing that's happened to you is when you go to a website, if you're in Safari, right, and you go to Bank of America or your bank or some other location that requires a password, you with me so far?
Yes.
You're on Safari.
Yes.
You're not dealing with a password manager. You're on Safari and it wants your information. So you enter that particular site's ID, for the ID you have for that site, and a password. Okay?
Yeah. So.
And the password manager will remember that. So the next time you go to the password manager, it will be there. So what you have never used it before. So when you went in, it's saying, okay, you're not going to go to a website and do it. Enter a website and an ID for a particular Bank of America. All right.
Yeah.
And password for that. And it will remember that in the future. Am I making sense?
Yeah. Now,
No, so you don't need to
yes,
worry
but
about
what do I
password
do
man.
right now with?
Right now, you don't do anything. You just have to wait till the next time you go to a website that requires you to put in a ID and password. Zoom. If I go to Zoom, it wants an ID and password.
Yes.
It remembers it from the last time I went on, and it will enter it automatically for me. So you don't need to ever go to the password manager and see what's there.
Now I don't. Yeah. Right now I can just cancel everything.
Yeah, you
The
can
new
stop doing what you're
password and the
doing.
username and the password.
Yeah, you can forget
Oh,
about that.
okay. Okay.
All right.
Yes, I hope it works. Thank you very much for your help.
All right, dear. You take care.
Okay. Thank you. You too.
Have a good week, everybody.
Thank you.
I'll bet it's not going to snow here.
No, definitely not.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Uh-huh.